How can I, 40F, fix my relationship with my daughter, 22F? Recently, my sister died. She wasn't a good person and lost herself in addiction. It's made me really think, and I want to start getting closer to my daughter so I don't lose her as I did my sister. We had our daughter Lisa under less than ideal circumstances, and my husband and I were never at home. We left Lisa with family mostly while we worked 6 days a week on 12-hour shifts, and she would join us once she got older, and she would just sleep in the car. It was painful, but we had to make do, and everything paid off because she studied hard and left for a good university 4 years ago. We are very proud of her. She rarely comes home now, if so to only see her friends and to get things and then go back to her university city. I wish she would stay for longer, but she says there isn't room for her at this house anymore when she has an entire flat for herself somewhere else. We do only have a 2-bedroom house where her sister has the other bedroom, but Lisa can always stay in the office room, and we've made that clear to her. I don't know what steps I can take to mend our relationship. I see my siblings' relationship with their children, and it's what I want. However, my siblings also have stable 9-5s and live in a good area with nice houses, which is something my husband and I didn't have when Lisa was born. It also doesn't help that Lisa only comes home once in a blue moon. Edit. Thank you everyone for your responses. They have given me much to think about, good and bad. I will be looking into therapy for myself and my husband so we can deal with this properly and rebuild our relationship with her. I understand we haven't been great parents, but I want to fix this from my side and will be taking the steps to do so because I want to be more involved in her life. How often do you reach out to your daughter when she isn't home? Have you guys talked about what she went through having been raised in the way that she was? You're going to have a really hard time having that deep bond, and it's not going to be on the same level as your siblings' relationships with their kids because they've had way more time to grow together. Yeah, I've read your replies, and it sounds like you just want this relationship to happen without putting in much effort. You have a lot of excuses for yourself, and I'm sure your daughter has heard them all. What effort do you put in now? From your comments, you're still doing the bare minimum and expect her to be doing all the legwork. You need to call her weekly just to say hi, touch base. So far you only reach out to make it about her sister. You need to go and visit her. 4 years and you've not visited. You've made her feel unwelcome at your house. A single bed shoved into a corner. You've made no effort to make up for her shitty childhood. You want a relationship, you have to work at it. I'm having trouble to tell my husband that I'm finally ready to be his wife now. It's a very complicated story how me and my husband got married. But to make a long story short, it's a lot of family issue, debts, and cultural things involved. So it's like I was forced to marry him. I get married at 23 years old, and my husband was 28 years old. It's been 3 years since our marriage. I'm 26 and he's 31 now. And what I respect about him is he never touched me or even tried to make me do things that I don't want. And this is including getting intimate. We never get intimate because I told him that I'm not ready for it, and he respected it. That respect slowly growing into me actually liking him. I just don't know, but he looks so much better in my eyes these days than 3 years ago. But I just don't know how to tell him that I'm finally ready to be a wife that he wants. Not gonna lie, I feel very ashamed of myself too for basically ignoring him all these years. Any advice on how I should approach this situation without embarrassing myself? You could start out by thanking him for being patient with you. Then explain that in the 3 years, you've grown attracted to him and want to be his partner now. Tell him you'd like to start slowly, but want to share physical intimacy. I agree he will likely be happy. Best wishes. This is really sweet. Don't be ashamed. You were true to yourself and he respected that. If you feel shy, maybe write him a note. Tell him what you said here, that you're feeling ready to slowly start being more physical with him but feel shy about initiating it. And you appreciate him respecting your boundary all this time and are now ready for him to get closer. Good luck. Sounds like he is a good man, who has waited patiently. I think he will be happy. Best wishes. Maybe ask him out, however you like, and see if you can date first and let it happen in what would have been a more natural way. Less pressure. GF18 said that she will give another guy a chance if I don't come over. So her Discord friends confed that she will give another guy a chance if I don't come over. For context, we planned that I would go over this weekend, but I got sick and she lives 3 hours away. I didn't even go to school because I feel ultra weak and my head is killing. Also, my mother said I can't go over like this. Now I feel betrayed. I never thought she would do this. I didn't want to be sick and I wanted to go over. I am lost now. Stay home and look for a different girlfriend. If she's that shallow and unfaithful, then it's better to leave her. Yes, you spent 2 years with someone who would do this and it feels like a waste, but now you can move on and find someone who won't play these stupid games. You deserve much better. Why are you having this discussion with her Discord friend? Talk to your girlfriend. I mean, I get she's upset, but you're literally sick? Does she not care about you or something? She's going to invite another guy over if you don't do what was planned. Even if she does backtrack and say it was to get you to change your mind, that is just so wrong. Like, what the fuck did you reply or leave her on read? Regardless of time. Someone who would happily do this is a monster not worth your time. I, M21, saw interesting messages my girlfriend, F22, was sending to another guy on bachelorette trip. Hey guys. I'm going to try to make this short. This all happened about a month ago. My girlfriend went on a bachelorette trip for her god sister about a month ago to Destin, Florida. Before all this, my girlfriend was the perfect girl I wanted. I thought she all for me. She would never put our relationship on the line. I put her on a pedestal and I was deeply in love, and I know she was. I was her first ever to sleep with her. We have been dating for about 9 months when this all happened. While she was on the trip, I was at her place since my place had no AC at the time, and I went on her laptop to do homework, like I always do, and went to bed and thought nothing of anything. I wake up the next morning to check my homework and I see messages pop up on her laptop of some random dude I've never heard of before. Let's call him Ed. So basically this is how it went down. It starts off with a group chat of my GF, my girlfriend's sister, and Ed. My girlfriend was the one who started the group chat, it looks like, since she sent the first message saying hi. The guy literally responds with, "I can't wait to put my babies inside of GF's name." I couldn't believe my eyes. Basically the whole convo is about how the guy thinks my girlfriend is hot and how he wants her to come over, and the sister saying how the guy and my girlfriend would make cute babies. The guy does know my girlfriend has a boyfriend because the guy says she should leave me for him. So I'm assuming my girlfriend told him about me when they met. The guy called me loser and all my girlfriend did was say, "No," and proceeded to text him. Like, WTF? My girlfriend wasn't flirty once at all in the messages, she was just saying stuff like, "Oh stop," and, "No," like short answers. But the fact that she kept texting this dude after knowing what he wants to do with her makes me sad. So the Ed texts my girlfriend alone, no group chat, asking to hang the next day. My girlfriend says no, but he is persistent, saying it will be fun, and she says, "Okay, maybe we'll see about tomorrow." She then says good night and it was nice meeting him. This is where I might have messed up. I confronted her over the phone about it. At first I asked her how her night went, hoping she would say something about it, but she never did until I sent her the messages from her laptop. And she said I was overreacting at first, that it was just some random loser guy trying to get to sleep with him. Then once she realized I was furious, she admitted to being in the wrong. She came back and I broke it off. She begs me to this day to get back with her. She says she wasn't going to do anything with that guy or meet up. She says it was all talk and it was just a big joke, her sister, and her thought was funny. I think to myself if she was actually going to meet up with him or not. She claims they spoke for 10 minuets at the bar the night they met. They exchanged contact info and left. I guess the advice I need is, do you guys think this is forgivable? Was she actually going to meet up? Thanks for reading. That dude got your GFS real digits. And then followed up. She entertained him instead of just shutting it down hard. I bet they were flirting enough that night that he felt good enough to exchange info. Better to find out now than to pay to raise Ed's kids.